God's words.
Okay. You care about smoking black and mild?
No, hell no.
I didn't want to mix it with your cigarette smoke, man. My boys. Good being here with y'all. Good being here.
All families, all 99.99.9% poor.
But check out Gusto, our church.
Programming to script the same ways that there's financial and social racial conditions pushing the magicians and the musicians, the technicians, for them to be the politicians and the physicians, even the electricians going playing the part in the trap. Everything in the Simpsons. Religious beliefs
about to die on us.
Oh shit. I gotta fucking
beliefs, easy as ABC. 1, 2, 3. These books made by the rich slave masters. They the first programming the mind control for them to confuse and conform the conspiracies to the contractors. Before the television,
what's the word, Breaker?
Radio, I love you, brothers and sisters. No ink characters. Why is it always the poor servants have to die? Is it really God's word? Or is the devil live in rich class? Preaching, preaching.
You could charge that off of this if you want.
Souls divided, paper supplies, allies, men making eyes,
Here you go.
souls die. No ink sink attached to attack. To be able to hold the bullpen.
There's something but the books, it's controlled the words. It's basic instructions before leaving Earth. This is what's killing us all. The poor, 99.99.9%. These religions is what's killing us.
It was popping down there at that convention center.
Oh yeah. They was turned.
I was watching a little bit. I was like, God damn.
Nah, they was lit down there.
It looked like some gamer dude.
Nah, it was. And like I was we did some shit that was like fucking, you ever watch the show Impractical Jokers? We did some shit like that where somebody had to tell me what I had to go up to them and say, and I had to tell them and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was fresh. It's gonna be in one of my friend's vlogs. He's gonna cut all that shit up and shit. Breaker, you can hear the music good?
Gas station gang, get it.
Why is it always the poor servants have to die? Is it really God's word? Or is the devil live in rich class? Teaching, preaching.
Man, fuck winter.
Souls divided, paper supplies, allies, men making lies, paper souls dies. Trembling fear that they was Christ. So they be following the orders of certain people, claiming that other people are bad.
Yeah, you see that? Free that man. That's an innocent man right there.
Brown noses shut down, downtown, take down, shake down, the dog town.
Yeah, that's an innocent man right there.
The world, there's robbed without anyone claiming able, allowed, amen, available, and visa bullpen. For you to value the bull, to lay the bull in the state.
Hell yeah, I got a few of them bitches. That's my best one though. That's my favorite one.
I got like gimbal downstairs myself.
Hell yeah, I got one of the DJI ones, the Osmo phone ones. But I'm about to switch my phone to a camera, so I'm gonna stop using my phone and start using a camera soon.
So it's a gimbal. It's handheld and it's got a screen also. And you put a DSLR camera like a.
Hell yeah. That's what fucking Mac Lawrence and them used to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Mac Lawrence.
Yeah, that's what did my first videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. What you on swap?
Yeah.
I just don't have a battery for it.
Hell yeah.
That's what's even more crazy about this.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's who did my first shit.
It's
That's
hard.
what's even more crazy
I just don't
about
shoot
this
videos.
to me. I'll tell you in a minute.
I bet.
It's wild. Everything that's going on right now. Shoot videos.
Hey, I appreciate that. Anu, you the fucking GOAT, bro. Thank you for the bits, gang.
So, happy birthday to Tim Forby.
Happy birthday to my fucking boy.
Thank you, Gusto. Thank you for having
For sure,
us on,
man.
This is
Glad I
motherfucking
could
Todd
pop out.
Church. I'm Tim Forby.
So yeah, let's get a good introduction, man. You gotta tell them who I got here with us today, man, because this is a legendary stream for me. This is a full circle moment, and we'll break you guys into that more as the stream goes on. But I want y'all to introduce yourselves as you feel you are.
I'm Tim Forby. I'm a music producer, videographer from Columbus, Ohio. I'm with No Invite Productions, Odd Church Enterprise. I've been on the west side. I've been with Dog Life, Odd Church. I did music with Jelly Roll, Haystack City 270, etc. You know what I'm saying? And proud to be on here, man.
For sure.
Real.
I'm glad to have y'all.
We're proud of you, man.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that.
Because anyone that has the guts to even get on live stream, people, they don't understand that they have something inside of them, and you had something because you come from where I come from. That's the same with me. Like,
yeah.
We want to be seen.
For sure.
But we want to be seen for the right things now.
Hey.
Back in the day, we wanted to be seen for the wrong things because that's all they make all of us do.
Hey.
We all want to go and be the people on TV. We want to be exactly like the icons that has confused and conformed us to be the controls to the contract.
Yeah.
So we're we're conning each other.
Hey.
This is original, authentic. The things that you do, you can see that you're a people person like me.
Hey.
So when you're in business in the streets, you're either the business person, you got to be an asshole, kind of. But you start feeling the pain that you've given to other people. And that's what made me start also seeing what I'm seeing. Because I'm
try to turn a different leaf, you know?
Yeah, I'm Todd Church. I'm Todd Church, my bad. West Side, all sides, really. The whole world now, because I'm worried about the whole world. A lot of people have known me through the past of my cars, the women, the clothes, the jewelry, the lifestyle that every one of us is always being basically hypnotized to chase. And I felt and feel insulted about the things that I thought that who I was. I thought I knew who I was. I thought I was this boss. I thought that I was getting life, making life, whatever, because we come from the streets.
Yeah.
And really what I found out is I was helping poison the people.
You feel cheated by your leaders almost.
And then I don't even, they ain't my leaders. I thought I was the leader. And we all think we're the leader. We ain't leading shit if we ain't printing the money and we ain't writing the words. Yeah.
Because as a younger person, that's how I always felt. Is I felt cheated by the people that was supposed to lead me. So when I was younger, instead of
your dad or
everybody around me, because like even like when I was younger, the people I used to hang out with, instead of like guiding me to do not what they were doing, they were showing me like, hey, you're young and white, you could get away with what we're doing easier than we can. So put this backpack on and go down the street, you know? So I felt like I was led astray before I ever even had a chance at life. And I feel like a lot of kids feel that way where we're from. They just don't know how to put it into words yet because they're still in it. And when you're in it, it's hard to like actually see what's going on. You got blinders. Because
this is something that happened with me. When I started to get involved in this was 2012. My brother Josh Church, R.I.P. He was one of my favorite, or I was his favorite that made me feel that he was my favorite of my brothers. Yeah. Even though all my brothers are my favorite, but that was my favorite of the way that he cared for me, the ways that he looked up to me, the ways that he really, he was there. He would call me every day.
Yeah, just a different bond.
Yeah. And after that was gone, that was the trauma that hit me. The hospital killed him over these pills. So I was pissed. I wanted to know, why is my brother gone? And I knew it was because of the pills. But then I knew it was also because of them killing him. They gave him a shot of something because he had an high-speed heart rate, and he had water on the brain, open heart surgery, so he always had holes in his heart, and it always pumped faster. They sent a younger doctor in there to I guess to cover it up, because the young ones, it's like he didn't know no better. They're killing us in these hospitals. It's a part of population control. People can laugh it off, whatever. They're killing people in the hospitals, and they're parts of something that no one wants to admit. And so I started to research about the pills, the drugs. I didn't know all these things. I didn't give a fuck. I was getting too much pussy. I was getting too much money. I was getting too much attention.
It's having.
I had everything that I felt, and it wasn't everything. I didn't even know what everything was at that time, because, you know, when you're young and you don't know nothing, and the only thing that you do know is to go out and get the bread and get the money and to get the women, to get the attention, to get the friends, because you come from nothing.
So would you say that, like, as far as conspiracies and stuff go, the pharmaceutical companies was kind of the first rabbit hole that you went down with that to learn how crooked everything is? Or when did you start to
It started with the hospitals because I wanted to know what was going on. I started to find out that they're killing people in the hospitals with cancers and everything else, too, lying to people about cancers and everything, lying to people about all kinds of things, and killing them in there because if you're the poor, you can't fight them.
Yeah.
And it's all a corporation that is ran together.
It's just like court.
All of it.
Yeah.
The ball is in their court. It's the cabal, and we're all thinking we're balling. We don't even know what balling is. The motherfuckers has got car collections of
Type shit.
Billions.
thousands of cars and shit with fucking. Yeah, go ahead, baby. So I started looking into the hospitals. I found this video though. After looking, because you go down the rabbit hole, man, and you don't stop.
Yeah.
I found this video. It's called Illuminati Leaked Training Video. They put these things out here on purpose because they need to put it in your mind so that you will have the perceptions of reality to be in fear.
Yeah.
And the ones that can see it, you're going to be running your mouth and screaming about it because you can see it, because most of the people that come from where we come from, you're going to be able to see the shit because you see the snakes. You've dealt with the snakes your whole life.
Right.
You already know the snakes in your family. You know the snakes in other people's families. You're in and out of people's houses. You're not working a 9-to-5 job. You're interacting with many more people than most people really are, because if you're being the good kid and the good citizen, the good vessel, then you're just going to have scheduled everything all day long. No one's doing nothing else except that. But when you're out here in the streets and you're really getting it and you're trying to figure out whatever on your own.
Idle time is the devil's playground.
So the only thing we're doing, we're also watching everyone too, though. Because we got to learn to read them, to manipulate them, because everyone's manipulating each other, no matter what it is. Whether you're manipulating for a good reason or a bad reason, and you're choosing you or everyone. And so when you choose only you, which most people do, that's all you'll ever see. Yeah. You'll never see no one else. And when you're getting money because you're choosing you, because you're saying fuck everyone else, you'll still have your family or your friends that you'll fuck with. But you don't give a fuck about nobody else, because what are you going to be able to do for them for real? Because they're not putting food on your table or nothing. So, like, you don't care.
Right.
After that happened, though, and I lost my brother because I felt that no one cared about no one. And why would I care about anyone? But after that, that showed me a different kind of care. Well, like when my daughter was born at first, when I was 18 years old, my first vapor, boom, that's when I started to even feel anything about love or care or anything. But it still wasn't enough. That was my baby. I'm going to care for her. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all like that, for real. If you can do something for me, I'm gonna fuck with you. And I might even treat you good. I'm gonna treat you good, but you better not fuck me around. Because it's the game on TV. We're learning it. We're learning it in the streets because it's being learned and trained on the television, the radio, the music, the rap videos, everything. I was living that life. And we live that life. They don't live that life. They're lying to us, but they've made us live that life. So now we think we're tough. We think we're this, we're that. That's why you're seeing all these young dudes now out here that can't fight a fucking lick, really, and they'll pop your ass, but you better be scared of them.
Right.
Because I ain't fighting a bullet.
Nah.
And I'm not going to bite one, so I'm going to kiss their ass for a minute.
The YNs is different these days, chat.
Well, they've made sure that people have become exactly what the icons have made sure that they are, because everyone wants to be a rapper now.
Gusto!
So who do you think, like, as far as like when this all started, right? Because if you look back, like, it didn't just start at rap, right? It like kind of started with like the blues or like jazz. When you would look back, where do you think like the CIA or the people, the powers that be, really started with implementing this thing? Do you think it's like a sort of Roman thing or an Egyptian thing where it came from like BC and there's always been this manipulation?
Yes.
Or was it something that was learned over time?
This is something that I think that they was teaching themselves to even be able to implement what they have done to the whole world now, and they're still in control. And I believe that it's the ancient Egyptian family bloodlines. It's the kings and the princes of Dubai is who I think is running the world. Okay. If you look into the money and the finances, follow the money always. Because if you believe in this piece of paper that has already taken so many of your friends' lives through prison and everything else, who's getting all that kickback, and who the fuck does everybody owe? NWO who? NWO who? These are 3 letters that sound like 4 words, forwards and backwards. NWO.
That was my favorite wrestling group when I was a kid.
They make
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. NWO was hard, bro. They
I
snapped.
remember that
Like,
shit.
they snapped.
So,
remember
but
that
look at
shit.
what they're doing. They're fighting.
That's no-
Yeah.
They're fighting.
The Wolf Pack, man.
So they're and everything that they put on the television inside of any of these scripts, they're the keepers.
Yeah.
So then they make us think about these things so that we compete and fight with each other.
What do you think the end goal of all of it is?
Cashless digital currency, sex
So
slave
like
industry.
a one world government or something?
One world government, one world currency, a social credit system for all of the world. They're all in on it. And making sure that all of these women are going to be proud to suck somebody's motherfucking dick for some digital currency. Like,
So you
and
think
it's
like
sad because they're making these women exactly like that. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I know how women act. I've been around women. I know what it is. I love you, women. I'm not. I love you to death. If I had a vagina between my legs that I could run around out here and just cry about whatever the fuck it is,
No.
and I'm telling you,
it's
I
funny
would
you
have
said
been sharing
that
cops.
because I was just at GalaxyCon chat, and the one person that came up to do an interview with me, she gave me a flyer right before she walked away, and she was like, "Oh, follow me on my platforms." And I want to know what you think about this marketing and branding.
You already know what the marketing branding is.
Is there an OnlyFans?
What is she
on there?
selling? What is
there
she
an
selling?
OnlyFans on
Does she
there?
got anything else?
Yeah, it's dead
Yeah,
middle. It's
yeah.
Instagram, Twitch, OnlyFans, and TikTok.
I'm weak.
So this is what I'm saying.
I'm weak.
I'm gonna go ahead and promote her. Chat. This who gave it to me.
I'm weak.
And then motherfuckers would be like, "You just mad?" Hell yeah, I'm mad. The fuck you can be a dirty, trashy ass, no nothing ass bitch with fucking 5 kids, 6 kids out here not doing the damn thing but fucking pounding every goddamn.
So what do you
thing,
think
and
that-
sell your pussy online?
What do you think the end goal with like over sexualization is?
Cashless digital currency sex slaves.
You know, fucking. I think that a lot of it has to do with like eventually, because like they want to change sex from being something that's procreative and like where you're actually procreating from sex
That's a
to
part of
something
it.
that's more like sensual and just fun. So they make it to where like everything is sexualized, right? No matter what you look at, like cartoons, everything is sexualized, so you become numb to it, and then you wanna hypersexualize everything, so you'll eventually be okay with not having sex to reproduce, but just having sex to be milked for what they want you to be milked for
That's
in
a
the
part
moment.
of it.
That's deep.
It's so many
That's
different
fucking-
types.
That's deep as hell.
There's so many
That
different.
is deep.
That's some real shit.
Bro. That's
So-
deep.
Yes, so there's so many things that connect and attach with it. They have to make sure that we don't have any attachments to each other anymore, so that now they can have their playing field of their heaven on earth, and they can have these girls. They burned out Australia, Hawaii, and California with direct energy weapons, which they're using in the governments and across all the world.
Yeah.
So they're all in on it. All the wars are a lie. War backwards is raw. So and there's so many other words. Step backwards is pets. Devil dog backwards is God lived. Why? Why is this? Why is the words with NWO in them, which NWO means NWO your car note, NWO your house payments, NWO on your food, New World Order, NWO. So these words have NWO in the words. Unworthy, unworkable, unwomanly, unwombed. What's going on right now? They're unwomanly, they're unwombed, unworkable.
And it all boils back down to NWO.
Yes, and it's obvious that it seems to me they've premeditatively murdered the world
Yeah.
to be able to make their heaven on earth. And look at what they're wearing, because I think it's the people in Dubai, like I said. So you Dubai bullshit. They have a place over there called Palm Island, and it looks like a big brain, and they call it the Tree of Life, and it also looks like it's a city actually. But they have also, they're building a place called Neom, the Line. It's a smart city. And it's got bars, everything in it. And that houses 9 million. On the Georgia Guidestones, it says at the very top of the 10 Commandments, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature or whatever. So it looks like to me they're trying to wipe out the world, get rid of the older ones, keep the young ones that's already ready to go twerk it like a motherfucking, it's the funnest thing in the world to do is show your fucking ass. Because that's all the fuck you got going for yourself. And the women that do, good job. I'm proud of you. And the women that don't, I'm sad for you and I'm sorry. And I feel terrible for you. But you ain't never going to have any kind of real anything in this world if you don't have respect for yourself. You have to respect yourself. Women don't respect their fathers anymore, and it's not even their fault. None of the things that are going on. Check my music out. Odd Church Enterprise, ODDCHURCH, Odd Church Enterprise on YouTube. I have songs on there that I wrote a few of them, and they're the deep ones because I love women.
Yeah.
People think I'm a woman hater. I'm for the women, but I ain't going to talk to you with no sugar-coated bullshit because you don't talk to us with none.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to be solid with you. And any women that knows me, they know I love them. But they hate that I'm so outspoken because I grew up in this shit. I had a bunch of women living with me at a time. I've learned women. I've learned but I've learned men. I learned me.
Yeah.
All I was worried about was fucking. All I was worried about was going out and being seen as this big boss with all the women. I was getting ready to put women on the internet. I was getting ready to do all that to get involved in that because I wanted the money.
Yeah.
But that's the hook. That's the fisher of men who sell fish when you're selfish. I'm not selfish. I can't be. I have daughters. My mother. I'm worried about my daughter's future. I'm worried about my granddaughter's future. And I'm pissed.
With everything that's going on, who, like, because everybody likes to say I'm trying, like, the deep state or like the CIA, or like they'll put names to it, but who do you think is genuinely behind the power grasp?
I feel like it's them in Dubai.
Everything that's going.
They're always in the World Economic Forum, WEF. There's so many of them in this building, this meeting, talking about and discussing all of the things across the world. And people will say, well, they just got all their money from oil. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are they all up in there? Why is the president going and seeing them? Why is all the presidents seeing them?
Yeah.
Why are they seeing all the presidents? Why are they separated from all of these other countries? And they're like their own UAE or AUE, whatever the fuck they're doing it. Look at their fucking car collections.
Yeah.
Look at the women over there. Look at the Sharia law, the ways that they treat women. I think that they want to make it to where they can breed whatever the women are, because now they got these bitches on the internet teaching and training each other to be these prostitutes. Proud ones, by the way. Making rap songs and everything, pulling your titties out. Whatever the fuck it is, just to show your worth. And everyone's falling for it. And if you say something about
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be liking that shit, Todd.
I used to.
I'll be liking that
I used to. And still looking at it,
Yeah.
how can you not? Women are beautiful.
For sure.
But they're destroying them. And they're destroying the connection between the man and the woman. You can't even protect the woman no more,
Yeah.
because now you can't say shit because you got 80,000 dicks up her ass on the internet telling her what the fuck, yeah, boo-boo. And she's like, fuck him. I ain't worried about it anyway. I got a whole nother nigga over here.
Or it's like back in the day when when I was
I'm
a
sick
kid
of it.
and I would meet a girl, it's like you would almost have to use your imagination to what they would look like, even in like a bikini or something. You would catch a girl like at the pool and you'd be like, damn, I didn't even know she had an ass like that the whole time. She'd been wearing nothing but jeans to school. And
Yeah.
like nowadays, kids
Now
don't
you
even
can just
have
see
that.
it anywhere.
Yeah.
So now these little motherfuckers are jacking off at fucking 5 years old and shit, probably. You know, at least I was jacking off around when I was at least teens and shit. You know,
So
they're
what-
almost teen.
It's now that Forby's back. At what point did you guys want to take your message and kind of mix the music in with it and make it something that you could advertise through the music route rather than just trying to do like live streams or get your message out? You know, there's blogs, there's all kinds of ways that you can publicize what you're speaking about.
We stayed on YouTube, and we've been staying on YouTube. A lot of people try to, expand on the platforms, but we kind of kept it simple, and we still do. But we're expanding now, I would say, with the AI shit, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. We think like YouTube is the GOAT, but
They're all controlled.
DistroKid, all that. There's a lot of platforms, but
YouTube is good, but like being held down to one platform these days is kind of like if you would go to like a bar to do karaoke and only do it in the bathroom. So it's like, people will come in there and see you for sure because everybody's got to use the restroom. But there's a whole group of people outside that are also watching something that could be watching what you're doing, and they're not.
So karaoke's right. So now DistroKid, I know some artists that get on DistroKid now. They have to request, like the bar owner has to request for your music to get to it ain't just gonna get on all of touch tunes. It won't do it. They have to request it.
Yeah.
So, and me and him, I'm like, dude, we play our music at the bar so much. It's like, we might as well just get this bitch on motherfucking touch tunes. It's not an easy job.
Nah, because they don't even with DistroKid, you got to go through like, because I was talking to somebody, I wanted to get my shit on JPay. I wanted to get it on JPay, and it was the same thing where I got to get these certain licenses. I got to put it through like TuneCore, put it through all kinds of different things, jump through a bunch of loops to get your shit actually on those platforms. So you really need distribution. You said what?
So like inmates?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So you can listen to it on jail tablets and stuff.
Big bet, big bet. Big bet.
I think that the biggest thing is though, because it's already hard enough, especially when you're speaking out against it. I'm a rude motherfucker, but I'm not. You know,
Hey.
I'm gonna tell it how it is because
You
ain't
stand
no one
on-
else gonna say it,
You stand on business. You stand on business. That's what it is.
and ain't no one else gonna say it. Now, I do it more for the ones that can see that I'm really very worried about them. So I'm trying to cut them up so they'll look at themselves in the fucking mirror. That's what I have.
It'd
to
be
do.
harsh love, you know?
That's what I have to do with me. Isn't that what you have to do with you?
Nah, for sure.
Isn't that what I do with you?
Yes, sir.
I'm usually not good
He
at
does
building
it.
myself up unless I've broke it down a little bit. I'm not good at building on a strong foundation. I got to go through a little something that makes me, hit a bump in the road that makes me realize my alternator's fucked up. Or you hit that speed bump and your shit goes a little flat, it takes me doing that to start actually working on the vessel.
Yes.
As soon as you start getting
I
the
can
motherfuckers,
relate to that shit. I can relate to that shit.
as soon as
sure.
you get the motherfuckers that start to see that you're really worried about something, then you'll get the other people to start speaking out about it too, because now they'll get comfortable about speaking about something that they're not comfortable. People are not comfortable.
Would you say when you started doing this and like spreading your message that you got like, how long did it take for people to start kind of dissenting against it? Because like I remember when I first started watching your content, because I met you, we could get into it a little bit. I met you way back in the day, and it was kind of something where we were at bars and we were bar hop. We met each other at a bar, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking with this dude for the night. We just bar hopped together, went a few places, and you were telling me different things, and we added each other on social media. And then every time I made a social media after that, I would always go, because I found it entertaining, so I'd always be like, hey, I got to make sure I add Todd on this one and shoot friend requests for everybody that was on my old page and stuff like that. So that's how I kind of carried on with each thing that you did throughout time. And I saw as it started, it was more of just a local thing where like you would kind of word of mouth, guerrilla marketing, be at a bar, talk to a person at that bar, that person would follow you. Or it would be people you knew from the West Side that you grew up with that knew you, and they would be on your page just supporting you from there. And then it kind of broke out of Ohio or just out of Columbus. And I started seeing that's when people were kind of coming with more negativity, and there was kind of a social media war between you guys. What do you think was the moment that was really the pivot in that to make it like less of something that you were just talking to your local people and more of something that you were kind of arguing with, like,
So
or
locally,
like debating?
Locally, it was because I wasn't holding up and representing the status for the white boys, I guess.
Okay.
And even though I got so many friends, black dudes, they supported me more than the white dudes. I ain't hating on nobody. I love everybody. We're all fucked up. I ain't hating on nobody. Hear me out, whatever, however, take it however the fuck you want. I don't care. I don't got to sleep next to your ass. It was basically me taking the status away from what we are building, I guess, as a race. We better fucking think about we're all in the same race.
Hey.
I don't like I can't hang out with people that don't like the black dudes. I can't hang out with people that don't like the any race. Because there's cool motherfuckers in every one of it.
I can agree. I'm with that.
And I've made good connections with a lot of people because I'm a businessman. Everything is business. It doesn't matter. Even though that this isn't a money exchange, it's an energy exchange. But I'm enjoying it. So I'll do it. I knew I was going to enjoy it. Anything that I'm doing, it's only going to be something that I know is going to benefit everybody. You're here to benefit everybody.
Hey.
He's here to benefit everybody. We're doing what we're doing to benefit everybody. It ain't about chasing the money. We need it to survive.
Free J-Rock, by the way.
And that's why, like, it's best. I was told when I was younger by an old pimp I used to talk to on Sullivan all the time. He told me it was best to approach every task that you do in life with a salesman's attitude. So if, like, no matter if you're speaking to your mom, if you're speaking to your wife, whoever you're speaking to in life, it might sound more egotistical than it really is, but you got to treat everything as a barter system, because that's how people naturally have, like, grown to talk and communicate with each other is through barter, like through trade, through what can you give to me that I can take, and I can give to you that you can take without it being too much. And you kind of have to bounce off each other to find those lines. So if you come with the salesman's approach and you know, like, hey, we're coming to do this, either we're both going to leave mad or we're both going to leave happy. Those are the only ways you know things are good business.
That's a good perspective, bro. It definitely is. That's
Yeah.
a good perspective. Yes, it is.
So back to now, when it started to go worldwide, because I was getting messages from people all over the world. I was getting 10, 20,000 viewers within 1 hour. I stayed at it like I see that you're doing, and that's what'll get you somewhere. You got to stay consistent, especially right now, because this is what it is. They're making sure that everything goes digital.
Here you go.
They want you to sell yourself online for however you can, and what do you think the talents are between man and woman and how they're going to sell themselves online? Everyone can lie to yourself all the fuck you want to, but whatever. So they're making it like that. But anyways, this is what pissed people off, because I was in so many groups. I had so many different people that I was making new connections with, because I kicked everybody out. I had 3 bitches living with me. I had 2 to 3 bitches at a time living with me. That's for years, because that's what I was addicted to.
Yeah.
I was addicted to that lifestyle.
I think you were still keeping it P when I met you, man. You was driving a pimped out black ass, I think it was like a Yukon or some shit like that. It was like a black ass SUV. Yeah, I remember you was driving us around in that bitch. It was hard.
Mm-hmm. With the Vogues on it.
Yeah, you was listening to conspiracy rap back then.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we was getting in the car, you was showing me different songs and shit like that we was driving around to.
When you start to find out about these things, it pisses you off, and the more that you look into it, the more it pisses you off, and it scares a lot of people away. But we come from where it's like, fuck, we had to run into it.
Yeah.
So I ran into it, and I'm running even harder into it, because every pump in my heart was from my brother and my friends now that I know they done fucking gave us the drugs. So now I'm even more mad about it. And the other motherfuckers would be like, hey, ain't nothing we could do about it. I'm like, well, I'm not just going to sit here and shut the fuck up. I thought for sure that everybody was going to be like, appreciating what I was trying to do. I stopped my whole fucking life for everybody else, but it wasn't even my life.
Would you consider, like, would you say that in this you're trying to be a martyr, or just somebody that's vocal about what's going on and still trying to achieve their own goals?
I don't give a fuck about nothing about none of this shit here until it changes. I don't give a fuck about being nothing in none of this. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm worried about my granddaughter and my daughters and everyone else's. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I had shit. And that shit, I don't care about none of that shit. If they go digital and they make this become what it is, and people think it's, and the only reason it's happening because everyone's giving the excuse to the devil and the God story, while men are able to write these scripts and tell everybody what to go do to obey their master's orders in trembling fear. And then if you say that to the rest of the free dumb masses, then now you're the bad guy. Motherfucker, I'm trying to you're trying to get us all killed. All you goofy motherfuckers that think that these motherfuckers, some God's words, they wrote that shit, you're goofy. You're goofy. And I love you, but that's the only word that I can tell you, because love backwards is evolve. So what is evolving? And then live backwards is evil. So what is living?
Yeah.
We are in the living flesh.
So what made you start, like, kind of researching language and researching, like, what was going on with them, like, kind of
Let me
hiding
get back
things
to
in
this
words?
real quick about that, and then I'll go into that. So the worldwide shit, everybody hating on me there because I was not agreeable.
Okay.
I'm not agreeable. If I see some bullshit, because I've been through some shit. I've been through the shit. I'm 49 years old, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 50. I've been through some shit. We grew up out in the bullshit.
Sure.
So you ain't gonna bullshit me, really. I'll let you slide on shit as a friend of mine or my family because I love your ass, but I'll know what it is. But you ain't gonna bullshit me. And if you're gonna be bullshitted, go be bullshitted. So everybody would get mad in all these groups that I would be getting in because they wanted me to be about this conspiracy theory or this conspiracy. And I'm like, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's not just one little thing. So they'll stay stuck on one thing, and then you'll see all the other people getting into the spiritual guru shit and the high vibe positivity shit. It ain't no different than the stories is telling you stay away from the fuck's killing us. So it's making us just look the other way with everything else. And I'm like, no, it's something else. And then they didn't like that I'm always talking about the women, because when I first got on there, bitches was all on my dick. Because I'm a funny motherfucker. I'm dressed as Sharon Cox, hood nigga named Graham Cracker.
I remember when you used to do you used to have the toilet the fucking toilet hat you would drive around and like be
I'm looking like
ranting
a
with the
straight fucking
toilet hat.
nutcase for sure.
That shit used to crack me up when I was younger. That shit would have me dying.
So everybody's thinking I'm on drugs, thinking I'm done went gay, thinking I'm dressing in drag, talking all the shit because now I ain't in her fucking all these bitches doing whatever. So, but you gotta hate on them. But then I got also love.
Yeah.
I got a lot of motherfuckers that love me, man, because I always really been a solid motherfucker. I always helped everybody.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. So everybody's talking shit, like you were saying earlier. You gotta have that one side doing. It's the same thing, devil and the angel story.
Yeah.
You gotta get both sides going so you can keep everybody at raw war. So everyone is, even with themselves.
Yeah.
So that you make decisions for, in God we trust.
Discussion comes from dissent, you know?
So, no, I'm fucking.
Yeah, right. So, I can't even remember what my question was again.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm fried too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. All right, so you've always been interested in cars. That's one thing I've always noticed about you too. You've always had a car around. When did that interest kind of peak off? Is that something from just like back in the day and you just looking up to the people around and that's what the neighborhood had to offer?
Yeah, we grow up looking at the dope boys around the neighborhood, envying them. Most people won't admit it.
Yeah.
I know I was. I learned all of my characteristic traits from all different types of people around me. My uncles wasn't really all like, they was hillbilly type. I love them, you know what I'm saying? But not... It wasn't the style I wanted. I was thinking I'm gonna be Michael Jackson when I was younger and shit. I had the Michael Jackson glove on, the motherfucking Michael Jackson jacket, all that.
You was doing the dance moves and shit?
Yeah, you know.
Hell yeah.
Then I thought I was gonna be the Guns N' Roses motherfucker. Certain songs come out and you starting to attach to certain people that you think because you're looking around.
Especially in your formidable years, man.
Yeah. So they say, give me the child until they're 7 and I'll show you the man.
Yeah.
Let that television and these damn internets and everything raise your children because that's exactly what they're doing. And they're becoming exact next robots. They're becoming exactly the same. And everyone's claiming that they're different and they're not. They're all the same. But you can't admit that because then now you'll have to say someone's controlling you.
Do you think that nowadays it's easier to speak like this or harder? Because like I disagree.
Depending on what you're speaking on.
Yeah.
If you stay in their lane of whatever the conspiracy is that's already been made by the pen that they already bulled you with, as long as you stay in the flat earth, as long as you stay in the food shit, as long as you stay in the federal, you stay in a small section, and most people don't even have enough time because they got to work 8 hours a day, sleep, and then television or entertainment shit. They ain't fucking thinking about nothing. 24-hour days, doomed, gone. It's gone. So
because I think it's a little easier because back when you first started, there wasn't a lot of people always going live on Facebook. It would be like the occasional, you know, if you were kind of phone savvy or if you were just somebody that was always on Facebook, you would be on Facebook Live or like YouTube streams or like making YouTube videos and stuff like that. It was kind of a niche thing, so it was smaller. So if you were one of the people talking about that, out of like, if there's only 500 people active and you're the one person, it was kind of easier for them to sift through and see who's talking about what versus now, like right now we're live. There's probably 20,000, 30,000 other people live just in Columbus that are doing something virtual on their phone. Let it be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that.
And as long as you're going with whatever the script is that the script keeper is giving to everyone through whatever so if you find out about the words and the words being forwards and backwards and words inside of words and then the definitions of the words and then you look at the symbols on the letters of everything, like the vessel. If you look at it, it's peace, right?
Yeah.
It's peace. Piece of what? A piece of the pie. You put two vessels together. You're a vessel. I'm a vessel. W. Put them together. VW. Volkswagen. They're in on it. They're all in on it. But VW, and WO, both vessels, your peace. You're in paradise. You're a paradise. And the cross folds into a box, and it goes on snake eyes always.
You're almost like how you remember like Dr. Seuss's not his like popular books, but the like, have you ever read like Dr. Seuss's dictionary, like the same way like
so this is something I'm gonna tell you. This is the only reason that I'm able to figure this shit out. I didn't read like that. I didn't really. I could read and I could write, but I would misspell shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't perfect because grew up in the bullshit. and they don't make you feel like you're. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, I'm
didn't like
super
school.
dyslexic. I'm dyslexic as shit.
Okay, so my brother Josh was,
Yeah.
where it's like you see backwards or something.
Yeah, I write
Something.
I write with big spaces between my letters, and then like there'll be uppercase, lowercase. There's no like structure to my writing.
Okay,
It'll
so
all blend in.
That's perfect. So I know for sure, whoever is most educated is most indoctrinated.
Yeah.
They're the most influenced by the stories that have been given to them. This is the only reason that I'm able to do what I am now, because people with, at first I was getting online and I'm spelling out shit. I didn't know about live, even if it was there, I didn't know it was there. So I'm spelling shit out because I'm pissed. And motherfuckers is clowning me about my spelling because I couldn't spell like that. I don't give a fuck. I was getting money out here. It didn't matter then neither. You know, as long as you're getting that bread, everything's cool. And if you figured out a way and you're networking with people and you've got enough connections and you've made a relationship with these people, they're going to bring you back something.
Right.
So I had all that, but the spelling, that's why I can figure it out. And that's why, and other motherfuckers like, oh, there you go with that.
Because you're not looking at it through a filter.
Yeah. I'm looking at it for what the fuck it is. Why is there so many words with CIA in the words? Here's some of them: commercial, social, racial, politician, technician, physician, mortician, judicial, judiciary, financial.
That is a lot.
Magician, musician.
Do you look at like a thesaurus or anything to get all those words, or you just
So I started.
words stick with you very well?
So listen, the first thing that happened, I'm going into. I went to go eat somewhere, and it said something about watch your pets at the door, on the door. Watch your pets I was at a restaurant. I go to the bar later that night, and I don't know why it stuck in my head like it did. Oh, because I was looking at, I started seeing devil backwards is lived. I started seeing backwards God. You good?
Yeah. I'm about to roll out.
You about to roll out?
Good.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I love you guys.
We love
Happy
you.
birthday, man.
Yeah, it's his birthday. So, God backwards dog, devil backwards lived, I said, raw backwards war. You start seeing these everywhere. They're putting it out there for some reason, so that people just like laugh it off and shit.
Yeah.
I go to this bar and it says watch your step, and it's got the arrow down, and then I'm like, as above, so below, and pet's step. Pet's backwards is step. So I'm like, man, this is too many coincidences. It ain't no goddamn coincidence. So then I started looking even more. Stress backwards desserts, gab backwards bag, gulp backwards plug.
So do you like when you do this? Do you do it all like virtually, like on your phone? You kind of like compare the stuff, or is it something you've ever like had to actually sit and write and move things around?
Right, I'm writing things down. I was writing things down because I can draw too a little bit, but now I'm interested in the letters and the words and like A, B, C, what?
Yeah.
A, B, C, whatever they say. Whether you're a bull or a bee. And then the A, if you look at the letter A, now that I've figured this stuff out, the letter A upside down is the bull. That's why they always do this, because they're the amen. As above, so below.
Huh. So it all ties together.
It all
back somewhere.
ties together. Every aspect. That's why the web is on the dollar bill, because it's the web.
Yeah.
Web backwards is view. Web view. It all entangles. Jesus, the real G's is us. G's us. The G is the ear. Look at the ear, shaped like a G. You put the word ear next to it, it's gear. And then how many other words have ear? Hear, fear, steer, clear, dear, peer, where, why? And motherfuckers be like, that's crazy. Okay, go to school. School backwards is lokes, or I don't even know how the fuck to pronounce it. But look up the definition of it. It's a, what do they call it? A mentally abused child or something like that.
So do you ever look into like Latin, or is it mostly just like standard English?
No. So this is what I've noticed. If they was able to tell us who God was,
Yeah.
and if I can translate every word that we're saying right now on these telephones right now, I can say dark, light, God, cop, good guy, bad guy, police department, cash, money, finances, woman, pussy, fucking, and if it can all be whatever, they must be controlling all of it.
Right.
I mean, That's only
So-
so I don't have to fucking do anything except focus on the main thing that it is, where the icons can confuse and conform the controls to the conspiracies, contracts with converses to context, universe, you and I verse, you and I United Nations, you and I verse, universities, you and I verse cities, United Nation, all countries, all races in the rat race. Rats backwards is stars, so star backwards is rats. You and I verse as the star and the rats, because they're the ones with the eye, the eye of Horus, HOR us, United States of mind, government, governmental. You look up the Latin definition of government to control mind.
So what do you think, like, as far as like with all like the violence and stuff that's happened more recently, like throughout the last few years, it seems like there's more like desensitization towards like all the violence that goes on, and there's a lot more like political violence and stuff like that. Do you think that like goes into anything they're trying to do?
All of it in every country, they're doing the exact same thing. They're using the news, north, east, west, south, news, cross, north, like it's all together.
Yeah.
And they're giving us and they're spoon feeding us everything through the books, through education. They're educating these people to be the shepherds of the sheep, which we would be the lower class slaves that are on the welfare. That's all printed. You just believe it because they made you believe it, because they stole our ancestries of all colors and all races of all people years and years and years ago, and forced everybody to learn their alphabets, to learn their religions, to learn their system, to have to work in the system as the man or the woman, to use the woman as the prison guard of the home, using that vagina and the power of the baby that they keep control over too. The state has, because we're all basically slaves to them with our birth certificate, with just our life, our souls, the soles of our feet. We've been defeated because of the pen, the bullpen, pen work, NWO in the word pen work, Satan would pen work, NWO in both those words. Why? Because I'm making it up. Oh, it's just a coincidence? Oh, really? So own backwards is NWO. Crown, clown, brown noser, shut down, downtown, takedown, shakedown, breakdown, dogtown, godtown.
So have you found any like because you know, like sometimes like with religion or anything else, people really do things in groups. Have you found any groups that align with the way you think, or is it more of something where you have to like kind of
get away from everybody?
Yeah.
And find your own way. That's it. Because everyone else will tell you no this, no that. Because they're all already they only have them 8 hours a day that they're scheduled in. Most people are not going to waste their time on that. They don't believe in whatever. You ain't going to tell them nothing. If they was raised in a certain type of family, depending on you hear it. Start talking about you going against God. This is going against God right now to most people because I'm not sucking their asses. But really, that's where we're getting fucked.
Yeah.
Because we're sucking their asses. 85% of the planet's religious. 85% of the planet's religious. And if you think about all of the places all over the planet, they're all being controlled by religion. They're all following God's order, God's plan. So if it's God's words and God's plan, then why is NWO, New World Order, and if he don't want us all going in it and he knows everything and sees all and whatever, New World Order, unworthy, unworkable, unwomanly, unwombed, unwanted. Why are those words? Because it sounds like to me someone's programming who's unworthy. You're worthy if you come with us. They're unworthy. Fuck them.
So then it all ties back to the one world government where they tell you who you are?
All of it. These words have lie in the words. Families, believe, beliefs, relieve, reliefs, allies, alien. There's lie, and then alone. We're all alone. You put Y between paper, it's pay per. You put Y between parent, it's pay rent.
Do you think that the masses, like, if they all thought the same way or knew that there would even be a chance for any like dissent or like change to the plan?
I think this is what's happening right now. I think that the technology is really actually helping us too, because there are people that really are very worried about something, and I don't think that we only have lived this time.
Yeah.
I've had other experiences that have told me. I know other people. I know something somewhere, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Oh, he's a drug. I know. They're shut the fuck up. Um, I think that now we're in the time something is going on to where certain ones are being communicated with, or something is happening to where they care enough about whatever it is. They're paying attention to something, and the word is being dropped down through the grapevine of all of these workers because they don't want to have to be involved in this neither. They don't want to have to do what they're doing, but they have to feed their families. They have to be able to make sure that everyone is looking at them a certain way and their parents ain't judging them. And so to be a soldier, you have to be a soul dyer. That's why they put the soles of the shoes at the bottom of the gun, just like the staff and the snake or whatever. And then they put the helmet on the top to represent Jesus of you sacrificing yourself. On the cross that folds into a box. We're in bird box because everybody's the mockingbird.
So do you think that like it would be better for people to focus less on religion or focus more on religion? Like as far as like, because if you think that because of the people being religious is kind of steering them wrong, would it be something good like as far as technology being able to show them all sides of it where they can kind of come to a better realization?
It's something that makes slaves obedient and governed in their mind, but it's good too, because at least you're getting some kind of guidance and you're having people that are at least trying to work towards something. But that something that you're working towards is that higher status. But we're hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt on the whole planet, but we're following and obeying our master's orders and trembling fear across the whole planet. Planet. You put H in front of earth, it's heart. You put them all together, it's ear the art. Earth and heart, you put them together, you put capitalizing certain way, and then I'll write this shit down. Motherfucker be like, oh, you're like, I'm making the words do this. Man, get the fuck away from me. And I'm figuring out more and more because I'm not looking into the conspiracies. And now, so because the conspiracies, it's obvious that someone had to have given people the master's degree to be able to follow the master's orders in trembling fear.
He said a lot of words without translate into ionosphere, which is in the layers of the earth. So do you believe in any of like the Earth conspiracies as far as like flat Earth or like what do you think the shape of the Earth is, or do you think it even matters?
I think we're bouncing and reflecting off of each other and everything else is bouncing and reflecting the same ways that they show us with these like when you're on psychedelics, you've done them, right?
Yeah.
Can you see that we're inside of some type of an organism or something? You can see the whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the waves and shit.
Geometry. And you can feel the feelings of other people, you know, you can feel the tenses, you almost can read their past and stuff. Like you feel a certain different connection than because you're in heightened, you got certain senses that are going on and neurons that are sparking in your brain that you forgot about. But you recognize them, you know?
Yeah.
It's scary at first, but then that's why it's so illegal, because they want to keep those things away from us, but still control all the drugs. And then now bringing them back to starting to slowly legalize the drugs now, because they've used that piece of paper to make everyone fucking believe in God we trust, that they could trust them, playing both sides everywhere, making everyone fight wars with each other and everything all across the planet, bring it all back to them, and then even build the bitches into build a bitch.
So if
it's weird, man.
If you think the internet and drugs help us to see like the other side of all those things, like if the drugs can help us to kind of see that it's like a augmented reality, or the internet can lead to like us finding more about their lies, why do you think they gave those to us?
So they did not expect and don't expect certain people to ever look outside of their guidelines of all of their conspiracies that have been built by the bricks of the words and the letters. And they don't expect, because you have to stay so busy. That's why they're keeping the bills so high. So now you have to work even harder. That's why they had to separate the fathers from the home, so that now they could dust off the fucking men, take everything from these men, and then the women done it to the men, and then go play around and then have to go and get into the job in the workforce with other men. So that now, while these women are at their jobs, they're getting to know this man over here a different way. They knew what they were doing, orchestrating the separation of the family, showing the children that relationships ain't shit, showing and off of having to survive, because now they could tax both sides of the home now. They didn't allow the women to even read or write before the other slaves. They didn't let people read. They say it was only the black people. Bullshit. They did not allow certain slaves to read and write in certain areas so that these certain people would become more prominent in thinking and controlling them throughout the lives and be able to control the criminal side and the so say not
Try to like
criminal
breed
side.
it into them almost.
Bred it into everybody so that now you can learn how to eat and survive off of my dollar bill right here. But you better watch out for my motherfucking slave patrol that's coming after you. But these motherfuckers are slaves too. But they're just a better class of slaves. We're going to give them better education. We're going to give them a better God and a Jesus that they can think about and they can learn about. And then eventually we'll let you learn about Jesus because you don't know nothing about Jesus until we tell you about Jesus. But they know about Jesus and they know they're working for Jesus.
So what do you think about the pyramids? How you think the pyramids got there?
I don't know. It is a wild thing to think about that, and I do believe in other life forms because I've had some experiences and telepathic communications, and I've had experiences through my life. I think that this is why a lot of people believe the Jesus story and the God story, because someone is communicating with all of us, I feel. Just some of us a little bit more than others. And so they are able to use that to their advantage because people know that they feel something and they know something. They know that they feel the past of their ancestors of something. They know something is there. But they're being given the story. And if we don't make our own story, they own us. And then we make the new world because his story repeats itself. It ain't ours. So when you're all one eye with the one eye, then no one can say nothing because now you're going against God and you're with the devil, but they claim that they're the minority while they're the majority. They say that the Jesus or the God people or the believers are the minority. No, they're not. They're the majority. It's the only reason it would work. You think everybody's going to go to work for the devil? Hey, it's the devil over. No, but the motherfuckers that's already living, that lived on this planet, heaven on earth as they lived, we sleep. They put it in the movies and everything. They're living heaven on earth because they got the money and the finances and their ancestry has been able to buy land, everything else. But really, it's all just a fake facade. And the motherfuckers that's really winning is the ones that made the languages, that made the religions, that has controlled the rest of the world, that went across the world and took over the world and made everyone else do it with them because, what do you think, motherfuckers just came up with this all across the planet? You think motherfuckers all the way over there in fucking Africa or Egypt or any of them, they all sitting around one day like, man, we should go take their bitches. You know what I'm saying? We should go over here and hey, you want to build a boat and go see what's going on out here? They're doing that. You're going to, but first it's going to start with like, hold on, that bitch over there, ain't nobody going to stop me.
Right.
Who's going to stop me? Ain't no police. Ain't nothing. Oh, I can make a weapon. I've been killing animals. And you got to get that grimy thought in your mind. And man can. Yeah. Especially back in the day when there ain't nothing else going on. You're like, I'm sick and tired of jacking off. Oh, wait. And but whatever.
Good caveman brain.
And then now it turns into a plan. And now you have to have people on the plan with you. And if you don't have a way to communicate with each other about what your plans are, you ain't going to be able to get each other to move on with that plan. Yeah. Most people on the planet probably was building their houses, wood, just naturally, having their family, having their cattle or whatever, their food, nothing bothering them. They're just picking up something, groups of families or something. And then this other group's over here like, we're trying to take shit, bud. We're about to go start doing something, man. This is getting boring. We're going to build all the houses and shit. I want to go, let's go see what's going on.
Try to expand.
And then now you're taking shit and then it turns into building groups that will do this with you, but you have to be able to teach and train everyone whatever the language is, because now you got to get them on your mindset and going across the world, taking every place, and then now you have to make them fight against each other to make the most money off of all of them that you've already made them believe in whatever the trade was, because it didn't start with a piece of paper. You first have to get them to believe in a piece of something off of the planet. After you've done taking the people and made them feel like they needed the works for their body for something off the planet, gold. So if you can get them to pick this gold up and say it's worth something, because now you can make it into motherfucking jewelry, now you got something tangible to hold on to their asses and take all their bitches. You got to trick people into doing what they're doing. It's magic.
Yeah. So what do you think that people have to be most fearful of when it comes to like the master plan that's at play?
Going extinct.
Just as a whole population.
Going extinct as blacks, whites, whatever. They're only going to have select people that they want to breed with as their women or whatever. And this is what I feel. And it's in the movies and everything. They put it in the movies, so it's like this motherfucker's been watching too many TV shows. So that now that you already and they put all the actors in all the positions as the star for the rats, for us to watch the icons so they can con us. And we laugh at each other to talk like this while we go out and get drunk and fucked up and do dumbass shit that ain't doing nothing for us and don't make nothing of our fucking lives. And then you ain't getting in the big club with them or anything if you ain't going with their way. If you're going to be seen out here on the big time anything, you got to run with what the fuck they're telling you. That's why you see so many people's music or whatever change as soon as they get something.
Yeah. Because then we're all going to end up like them English bulldogs where they just keep breeding the shit out of them and they just look more retarded as time goes on.
So have you ever seen the men over in Dubai?
Yeah, like the princes and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not no faggot or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell the motherfuckers is keeping pretty good.
Yeah, they getting the fresh edge ups, bro. They got the best barbers in Dubai. You ever see they beards poking out the turbans? They could be having fire edge ups out there and stuff. I want to go to Dubai and get a lineup. Maybe go to Turkey, get my forehead hair back, and then go to Dubai right next door, get a little lineup on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's scary, man, because you can see the evilness in the one king's face, the main king there. Yeah. You can just see it, man, and you can just see, like, why are they wearing that wardrobe? Why are they wearing that? I have this wardrobe. You have your wardrobe. She has hers. The police have theirs. The military has theirs. So you can have a personality. Thank you. Personality. Signature. Sign at your signature. Significant. Sign if I can't. Why? It's not a fucking coincidence. There's no way. We're signing contracts. We're contracting our life as the G's in the fear to become what they want us as, the soul dyers, the hero that brings in the heroin. Heroin. The hero brings in the heroin.
So do you think it's good or bad to partake in their games even if you know what the game is?
You have no other option. You can only serve one master.
So like when people become like celebrities, like I know you're probably hip to like the dress theory, like when like actors get to a certain point, especially like black actors, they get to a certain point in their career, they'll always have to, yeah, it's like bucking them. They'll have them wear a dress like right at the end of their career or like right at the height of their career.
So this stuff is talked about, and like what you were saying earlier, what did I think about it becoming kind of normal that people are being killed or hurting each other and things like that.
Yeah.
It's desensitization of everything, even that, to make people, even the gay shit, putting them on a movie, a man as a woman and playing the girl, like, so it's a humiliation thing. And it's also to scare anyone else and keep your mouth shut about who's really in control, but still say, please, God, don't let this happen to me. God, can you pay my electric bill, bro? I mean, can you come and talk to these people about NWIO everything? Can you come and talk to these people about your words, God? I mean, they say these are your words.
Do you even think there are humans that are strong enough to like resist those opportunities when they do come? Like when you reach that pinnacle, because like say like even with the music you do now, even with what you speak about, even if you got big speaking about that and they came to you with something just like unturned downable almost, like you can't even dispute it. Do you think there's any human being in the world with enough grit and like stuff in them to be like, no, I'll take nothing from you?
And even though this is what I'll say, everyone would think, oh, that's what anyone would say. I'll never take nothing. They already took everything from all of us. So if I take something, then I'm already dead. I ain't even been allowed to even live my own life. It's not my words.
Right.
It's not my choices. We don't have free will. It's like free will bicycle. Like, you ever rode a free will bicycle? You know what free will is?
Huh. Is that like the handlebars spin all the way around?
No. No brakes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Brakes up here. Back in the day, and on 10 speeds and shit like that. Free will.
Yeah.
And listen to it. Free will. Do you have free will? No, you don't. Can you go anywhere you want on this fucking place without having to go and talk to them about something? Shut the fuck up then. And then they'll be like, because I've had this argument. This is another reason why I'm not agreeable. I'm not. There's definitions of words, and you can go ahead and keep a hold of a definition of a word and think that you're going to deaf a nation over here. You ain't deafing me. A, B, C, D, E, F. Deaf. Deaf backwards is F-E-D. Fed. Fed who? The federales. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G, the Freemasons. Freemasons and free dumb masses. Free dumb, and then put masses with it. Free dumb masses. I got a song, Free Dumb Masses. But I just I lost my train of thought there doing that.
So now, so do you think that if do you think that like as far as it goes, like anybody would be able to get to the very top and not sell themselves out to it? Do you think that everybody that's anywhere near successful has found a way to sell themselves?
They didn't find a way, they found them. Because they raise us to be these people so that every one of us in the lower class can look up to somebody and say, we can do it too. So if you make everyone have that certain drive for a paper that you already believe in that's real, that ain't even fucking real, the only reason it is because they forced us into having to accept these things and then give us stories of God and the devil so that we can pray to something. Pray, P-R-E-Y, P-R-A-Y. So that the prey can pray and then they can worship their warships. That shit ain't fucking accident.
Right.
And then take a knee to grow. Take a knee to grow. They put it right in our faces. Take a knee to grow. Negro.
That's just, so you think when they became like, because like I've always been interested in language because it's like, how the fuck did we even choose some of these words? Like, you ever been on the street and you're like, oh, who the fuck even chose the name of this street? Mm-hmm. How do you think all these words came together to like where there was somebody with enough thought or wherewithal to make this all tie in together?
It, like, imagine that. It's all, what, 200, almost 200 states? 200 states across the whole planet. Imagine how long it has taken and how much they have gotten away with. Yeah. Because they have been able to keep everything under the covers because they controlled the police that was slave patrol, that was pirates, devil dogs, that was sea dogs back in the day. So the seamen companies, Fortune 500, 500-year plan. This plan, they say, but it could have been a 500-year plan from back to the 1500s till now because it's a 500-year plan. But this plan, it has to have been going on for possibly thousands of years. I don't know, really. I've never looked into those parts, but just sitting around thinking about it, it's had to have taken thousands of years to get all of these words together in all countries to where everyone, because people will say, well, if you say that word over here, and man, shut the fuck up. If I go and ask somebody I want to go and buy a cat, they're going to take me and buy a cat. Or who's your God? They're going to tell me who God is. Yeah. Like so shut the fuck up and get away from me. If someone has that kind of control over every one of our minds, where'd that come from? And then everyone's wondering who we owe the money to. Whoever the fuck tricked us. Whoever tricked us. And they keep us running around with all these holidays, hating and fighting on each other because we ain't get the fucking money that everyone's looking down on each other because you ain't got all the new nice shit. So they make everyone hate each other, and the only person that is ever really being seen is the people that can't even see themselves because the only thing that they see is whoever's on TV that makes them want to be too. So no one is even real. So look, what the fuck is this place? I'm not signing nothing with none of these motherfuckers. I'm going out with a bang, but whatever the fuck. And I don't even see that happening because someone's communicating with me, and they love us all. And it ain't no color thing. It ain't no nothing. It ain't female, male, none of it. We're all getting fucked.
So what do you think happens after all this? If it's all just already planned?
I think that we're going to be sitting. I've done DMT. You know what DMT is?
Yeah, dimethyltryptamine.
It's the spirit molecule. Like After these few things that have been happening with me, I've never been no drug addict, and this is not a drug addict. This is I'm experimenting, and I'm experimenting with things that people have been experimenting with for thousands of years, and now they're slowly starting to bring it into the rave scenes, and it's been in there, but they're making it look cool now.
Yeah.
Most people don't even try and do these things to try and find anything out and ask any questions about anything. They read their books, watch their TV, and if they're going to get fucked up on this, they want to get some pussy, get drunk, go do whatever the fuck it is. They don't want to think about none of that shit. You know, if you bring up conspiracies to anyone or any crazy other shit other than God and whatever the fuck they're comfortable with their little kindergarten ass minds, something's wrong with you and you're weird. But when you want to ask these questions, they start showing you shit, man. It changes something in whatever the connection is. It's like there's some kind of rules that they have, even whoever it is that's not allowed to even communicate with us unless we ask it in a certain way or something, because there must be some kind of real contract in what we allow into us and what we're allowing us to only worry about. If we only worry about ourselves and what's closest to us, we ain't going to expand into nothing. We're going to shrink into nothing, and they're going to keep on growing into what they are as the 1%, as the ones that's controlling everything on the planet, while 99.99.9% of the population is getting robbed, raped, and pillaged. And everyone's still fighting with each other about what color you are, what kind of car you drive, what kind of shoes you wear. Like, while we're the ones making it all, but getting paid pieces of paper because we believe in Jesus and God and the devil.
There's going buying it back.
Yeah. And it's protecting them.
That is a crazy way to like explain consumerism, though. Is like we go to the factories, we work 8 hours, 12 hours a day, manufacturing stuff that we then put out onto the market. Then we take the money that we earned from manufacturing those things that are out on the market, walk out of the door of our manufacturing job straight into a market, and then spend the money they gave us to manufacture that stuff on the stuff that we already made ourselves.
To pay taxes or whatever, because God says to.
Yeah.
Pay your taxes. Be a good little child of God. But the devil's making everyone do it, but you better go obey because that police better come get you because his boss told him to, and so that judge better go ahead and put you in prison over it too, but then also this drug dealer better go ahead and do the best he can because he loves God too. That has to also provide for his family too, because it's already just spread for so long in the trades of all traders, and they're all traders.
Yeah.
And they're traders to each other.
You know, I know drug dealers nowadays that are filing taxes for selling drugs.
It's on the tax thing.
Yeah.
This is something else that I found out too. It's on the paper.
Yeah, you can put like, you don't put exactly.
Activities.
Yeah,
criminal
or like
activities.
Yeah,
they
it's
don't
like,
care because they're the biggest criminal organization. The whole world is a criminal organization.
Yeah, somebody was telling me about that they can still file taxes, and they take like card payments and stuff like that. Like some people will have Square, and you could like straight go up to them with a debit card and just purchase whatever.
And then they can take whoever they want out because they are the bad and the good, and they have the judge of God sitting in their court system. So
it's like when you go to Kroger's, you could steal so much until they're like, "Hey, man, you stole $5,000 worth of steaks, $30 at a time. Now it's time to come on back to the back room." You know?
Yep.
It's the same shit.
Yeah. How much of my music have you ever really listened to?
A good amount. Like when you drop, I'm a big person of like when people drop stuff, I'll listen to it. A lot of the stuff that you've dropped on Facebook or stuff, I'll listen to. And then I've listened to, whenever I saw you connect with 4B, I was listening to it because I like listening to his beats and stuff. So I'll tune into just random stuff. Or your lives. Like I used to be on your lives a lot. So whatever you would play through, on your lives or listen to on your lives and stuff like that.
You want to hear another one?
Yeah, go ahead, play whatever you want.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's see what the chat's talking about.
Yeah. And my apologies for any rudeness to any women or men or any. It's who I am, but I really don't mean no harm, and I no disrespect. Really, it's just I have to speak the ways that I do. It's just me, but I do care for everyone.
I think that's a wholesome thing that you've always tried to let be known in your content. Is like that's been a big thing. You've always said, like when you would end your streams or like end your live streams, you would always say like, "I love you all." And no matter if you were like on a negative note or not, because you were also one of the first people to pick up on negativity sells. So you would pop on, like you would do a lot of shock value stuff at the very beginning of your stream and then end it just normally sitting there. So like it would start off with you doing all that crazy stuff, sitting in your backyard yelling, and then like you would, I would tune back in like an hour later and it's you actually chilling, just calm with all of the costume off, and you end it on a note where like once you get those 40, 50 viewers in there from what they thought they were watching, and then you turn the content to what you actually wanted it to be the whole time.
You got to manipulate.
I caught on to that very early with what you were doing.
Everything that you do has to be shock. It has to shock people, but then you have to also but it's got to be authentic, and people can see that.
But
really
then your message really has to be good afterwards, because if you bring them in on something that's so like high octane and kind of gets their adrenaline going, because it's like all the endorphins for what you watch shit for, so they start watching it and you get them to that high, you can't just drop off and plateau and then still think that you're going to keep those same viewers that came there for one thing. You kind of got to keep that energy but transform it into something that you wanted it to be the whole time. That's always, I just get interested by watching different people. I'll learn the tactics that they do and be like, why do they do it this way? Or what is going on with this specific thing? Yeah,
because it's business.
Yeah.
And you have to teach and train yourself. You have to teach and train yourself to be the best at whatever it is that you're going to be trained to do as the dog. God backwards is dog, but you're the God. That's why everyone protects it, because you're part of one. So if you say, I am I, and I say, I am I, then we're all going with the same story. Like, I'm not going to admit to that.
Yeah.
I'm not the bad guy. That's not I.
Where do you think, what do you think the benefit of so much shame has been? Like, do you think there is a good benefit to shame, or do you think shame is something that they've instilled?
All of it is good or bad. It just depends on how you're going to handle the shit. The shame drives you on some people, or the shame can destroy you.
Yeah.
The shame drove me. Like, the shame of being poor, the shame of my mom happened to live a certain way, my family around me, all my people. That shame drove me to want to go and get money. But it's done to all of us, because they make sure that we're so poor. And what I want to do, go work at a fucking McDonald's or something like that and fucking get more pimples on my face than I already had. I had a gap in my teeth. I was broke as hell, wearing fucking Charity Newsies shoes, sliding across the goddamn concrete in the summer like I'm on skates.
What would you say your favorite thing about the West Side growing up was?
How cool people was and how they connected with each other back in the day when I was growing up.
The community type thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's something we lost as I got older too. I kind of got to see the deterioration of that, where like when I grew up, my aunts and uncles all lived like streets away from each other. We all lived like kind of within the same neighborhood, and it was like everybody was like that. So when I would go hang out with my friends, like if we were by Hiltonia, one of their grandmas would see us and call my grandma, and then be able to like kind of, there was a network that they would call to know exactly what was going on. And I feel like now, like the neighbors don't really know each other. You'll move right next door to a person and never speak to them a day in your life. You got different schedules. They DoorDash and you work as a Walmart stalker and you just never bump in.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day, it wasn't like that. If you just saw your neighbor walking with too many groceries, you would grab them and help them up the walkway, regardless if they was a big burly guy or a small old lady, Nowadays, there's not really that sense of community. There's not those like neighborhood staple restaurants that everybody goes to. You remember when we were younger, you would go to like even a McDonald's in the morning. There would be like 8 to 10 old men that always just sat in there with a newspaper. And Lord knows what they were ever really even talking about, but they were all just always sitting in there every like Thursday afternoon or Saturday afternoon. They would pick a random day and all just be sitting there drinking cheap senior coffee and talking. You don't even really see that anymore.
Well, you see, they say that technology is what's killing us. And it is doing whatever it is faster, because now there's more influence going into the hands and the eyes and the minds of all people. You had to be able to get into the eyes and the minds of the people first with the pen. So now imagine how orchestrated it really actually is, and how precision tuned it is to be able to influence everybody to make sure that everyone is breaking away from each other. While they can say that God came with a sword, not to bring peace, but a sword to separate fathers from sons and mothers from daughters. That sounds like a premeditated plan to me. Like it's happening, and they're unwomanly, and they're and in the New World Order, and all of these things coming together. Someone's writing a script, and everyone's playing the care actor, acting like they care, so that you can go ahead and stop caring. Stop that caring. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Cattle.
Have you ever looked into cryptocurrency at all? Are you into cryptocurrency?
So this is the new way for them to be able to make you believe something is real. This is even more not real. It's just on a computer. So now they can go ahead and they don't even need to put the number on you as long as they control the digital currency or whatever. Then you ain't going to be able to dig it all digital. We got a song called Cryptocurrency. Let's hear that one.
Yeah, go ahead, play that one. Yeah. That's a good tie-in right there.
Yeah, that's why I'll fuck with you, bro. You're smart, man.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time just to get to know you, pick your brain a little bit.
Most definitely.
I like platforming people with different messages, and I like speaking to everybody, man. I want to start doing more like Sullivan streams and like outside streams, talking to everybody, just random people.
This is new shit to me too, you guys. I've only been doing this for like maybe almost 2 years.
Let me I think I could tag you on Facebook too.
Maybe so almost 2 years now, and most of it's freestyle, but I did write a few of them. But I got so much to say, as you can see. Motherfuckers be thinking I'm on all kinds of drugs or something because my mind and my mouth work so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for a lot of people to keep up, and I'll piss people off, so they gotta try and judge me some way. But I love you all. Here it is, bro. Look at the artwork on that shit too, bro. This shit is hard.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. This is way different. Beginning of life, the sight to be able to read the ABC. Double evil life sentences. You want something to drink?
No, I'm good. I think I got my Fago, man. I appreciate you.
To be able to eat. Truth is told.
Wall Street eats, starving us all in ink names of G's. Us all criminally insane, senile minds, lines, bring in the pain. Bees in the trap, play in G's ears, geared to steer. What we all hear in DNA are under spells. Don't live in fear to keep the peace. No fight or flight responses. Train bugs to obey masters in trembling fear. Cryptocurrency.
Who would you say is your biggest influence musically?
Taste that changed my mindset.
Really? That's dope.
He changed my mindset from the drug dealing, gang banging, hood shit stuff that I was on to making me feel like I can feel my shit about what I'm feeling like, and kind of go against that now a little bit, kind of.
Do you ever want to like perform or anything like that?
I'm going to.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm going. I want to make movies and everything.
Hell
I
yeah.
got ideas, man. I think that you're an asset, and I think we can make some big badass.
Yeah, for sure. We need to make hella content, bro.
Yes.
I was gonna bring you to a fucking a library. I was trying to think of places we could go. I was gonna bring you to a fucking bookstore, like a Barnes and Noble, and just pick different books and have you find different words and shit in there that you think are like manipulation and shit like that. And then I was gonna go to COSI too. We could do a lot of random shit.
We can do some shit. What it is with me is about getting the message out, man. That's all I'm worried about, man.
Oh yeah.
Getting the message out, because that's the only reason because like people won't, I guess, waste their time doing stuff like this because this ain't gonna get you paid.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be seen. So this is that song was a year ago, 2004 views.
Those are good views.
It's not bad. I think that, dude, listen, bro, this shit is hard. I'll go through some of them real quick. Just, dude, I love it.
Oh yeah.
You know, like because I know it's different.
Right.
And I know it's got something to say. Motherfucker, it'd take a minute for some people, but really, you're right. I drew that.
Hell yeah. That's what I was looking
I
at.
drew Corby into my life, bro.
That's crazy.
Before I even really got him up in here, I drew the nigga into my life. I thought I was drawing me, but really it's like me behind his back with the wings or something. I don't know, man. This is just what I was doing after the psychedelic.
Right.
And this is how my life happens. People come into your life that is supposed to be there for a reason, too.
Yeah.
Fisher of 10 seamen for amens, gains, profit, sees all lands. Plenty of fish for sale, sell fish, spell, bees, cast, masters and gates. The anarchy gates, G-spot for tops, paper to obey. Tops backwards is spot, they mark their territory, tops G-spot.
Huh.
West, South, WO, own dispatch news, on tracks, cons, pirates, fire X, higher X. Only the lonely got a lot to say. Chase, checkmate, bang. Chase, checkmate, bang. Chase, checkmate, bang. Only the lonely.
How long does it take you to like work on a song? When you're writing a song, do you
This is
freestyle this?
freestyle.
Okay.
This is freestyle. All of this shit, I only wrote a few of them. This is all freestyle, straight on top.
Okay.
No, first time, bang, out
Hell
there,
yeah.
every time.
One take J.
Gone. I just do it's in our DNA. No, I don't know it all, but OMG, GMO, and it's words forward and backwards. I'm all alone, in God we trust.
That is an insane skill, how you can move words around. That, regardless of like the meaning behind it or anything, it is a skill to be able to tie words together like that. Like regardless of like what people think it means or if they think you're just fried in doing it, like they can't argue that it's crazy to be able to know that many words with that many, to be a lyricist or to be a musician. Like sometimes I'll get tied up and get tongue tied on a word and I'll look up other words that mean the same thing, but I can say them different to blend them in better.
Yes,
So
yes.
just to know that naturally
Yes.
is a skill in itself.
It is. And it's happening for me. This is the only way that anything natural would happen.
Yeah.
Because it has to be seen and heard first. Here, this look how many words. Watch, I'm gonna put the captions on this. Look how many words have CIA in this song.
All right.
Commercial dream, but I ain't gotta ask. Social or special, I'm breaking the cast.
That's 1, 2, 3,
And I'm moving so fast. Artificial highs,
4,
superficial lows,
5,
lies, commercialized. That's how it goes. Official or not, I'm breaking the rules. Facially speaking, I'm exposing what's closed. Yeah, I'm actually facial, moving through the world, anti-commercial, feeling anti-social vibes, so anti-socially, artificial smiles, lies, but I see them so openly, from artificial to living artificially, social gangs fake playing the parts officially. I'm a social orphan society, anti-socially. Truth in my verse, speaking beneficially. Life ain't always confidential.
Like it's insane to just know that many words that have CIA in it.
Why?
That's nuts.
It's gotta be set up and rigged like a Monopoly game.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Speaking, I see through the mask, commercial dreams, but I ain't gotta ask. Social or special, I'm breaking the cast. I'm judicial flows, and I'm moving so fast. Artificial highs, superficial lows, socialized, commercialized. That's how it goes. Official or not, I'm breaking the roads. Facially speaking,
That shit's fire.
Ain't nobody doing this shit. I could teach you some words, bro.
from the facial
Hell yeah.
facial lines blurred now, all iterate.
All freestyle. It's like 6 minutes.
Them shits be long too. That's a lot
I'm
of time to
for
rap.
An hour on different beats and just go, bro.
Huh.
Because I've been in this bitch in my own prison for a good reason.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just talking shit like I need to accept Jesus. So everything that I've been going through, it's already been putting my story together.
Right.
I got so much I want to say and try and tell them to get them to...
So it just flows out naturally.
Yeah, like I'm arguing it to the world. Thinking I'm a follow. You used to think of thinking I'm with 5-0. But it's thinking I'm a follow. It's all freestyle. He's a beast that makes him.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I had a bunch of music questions for him. It's his birthday. Yeah, to get up through.
I need to accept Jesus Christ in my life. Telling me who I should allow to right my wrong for me not to get left behind. And if I'm honest, if I remember what I read, God came with a sword. Okay, let's do this. It was his word. This word he was supposed to be. Go through the shit.
Yeah, let me look through it.
If we wanna be how we were supposed to live to eat, don't express the Lord's words in a lie. Why do you all cry? Living and loving the lies, unless I'm living more. Why do they?
You got good cover art too. Your cover art be crazy.
Yeah, it all goes with the music, man. Made me sound like a kid.
Huh. Is that why it's Lil TikTok? Is that like an alter ego?
And it's all freestyle because my dude brought me that.
Oh, okay.
And listen to the message in it. It's about this, but really it's about, you know, like, it's about how people play that you don't play games, but it's all freestyle, all about that.
Huh. Have you just seen the backpack and went off of it?
Scooter they brought me.
He even added the meows in there.
Yeah, all one take.
She ain't never talking shit. She already knows if I had time, I put her on my hip.
So are you big into Clockwork Orange? I see some of your cover art have like some Clockwork Orange.
So what it is bringing in anything and trying to use it against them too, because it is about influencing the eye, you know, and they forced us to look into these things, but then how did they force us? So bullpen and paper, hitting my eyelid, hitting my iris.
So have you ever watched Clockwork Orange?
I did watch it probably once or twice back in the day.
Yeah.
I didn't watch TV a whole lot. I was out doing whatever, you know.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch. That's another thing. Like, but then I started watching it, and now I can't watch nothing without deciphering every goddamn thing in the whole movie.
So it takes you like a lot longer to watch something.
A movie without him saying something about it.
He'll pause that shit and find a word or something.
I ain't even pausing it. I can't wait for it to get past certain parts and shit.
You be at the credits twisting
Like
the
I'm
words.
talking through the whole fucking shit. Like, look, this is what they're doing,
I'm
and she's
what,
like,
you just want me
man,
to turn it off? Like,
yeah, I can't even. Like, it's crazy, man. Because when you see it, man, you cannot unsee it. And everyone wants to live in a fantasy world and a lie. Don't we all?
Do you think it's a gift or a curse?
Both.
Both.
It's the same thing as the God and the devil. They
Yeah.
split us. We're in a split decision. It's either try and live your best life here and just worry about you and your family and whoever's closest to you that they make you do, or worry about everyone, which no one does because you got to give it all to God. So who else is going to do it? Not very many people are, especially if you're not getting paid for it. So you're going to be pissed off.
Yeah.
And whoever the fuck's riding with me is going to ride with me. And who ain't, they ain't. It doesn't matter. But I want everyone riding with me, even the motherfuckers that didn't want me riding with them. So if this is some crazy sci-fi movie shit, I still got their back, even if they don't got mine. And I'm still riding for them all the way through to the end of whatever it is. For no money.
Just stay true to your values.
Yes. And it's for the value. Everyone is more valuable than the bull to me. Valuable, soluble, malleable, buyable, sellable, invisible, MasterCard, invisible. Everything with BLE at the end of it. Bull.
Do you think one day like the banks are just going to like point and
They're
laugh
already
when you
doing
go to your money? Like have you ever had like a big amount of money in the bank and you go to actually like withdraw it and they kind of tell you like, hey man, you're going to have to wait. We don't got that much money in the bank. And it's like, but you have my money. So how would you
They
not
already
have
do
that
it.
much money in the bank? Even if you deposit it, like if I went to the specific branch, if I went to fucking Eakin Road and went to that key bank or whatever and deposited my money and then came back 5 days later, they'd be like, oh no, we don't even got your money in here. We got to order it from somewhere that we pushed your money off to. So do you think there's ever going to be a time where you go to do that and they just kind of point and laugh?
They're already doing it. They're already doing it. You cannot get a certain amount of money out unless you go through all kinds of complications about it. And you can only get a certain amount out at certain people. You have to be at a certain type of status to be able to get a certain amount of money out anywhere. But people don't know this because they don't have this certain amount of money. But if you're in business and you're working in big corporation business all the time, you're going to get granted to be allowed to get out more money because you have to keep that part of the business going that's bringing master back the money and your energy and your time. So the lower class people, they're not going to know about this. And they're going to say, you don't know what you're talking about, but how the fuck do you know? You ain't going to get, you ain't dealing with big money. But if they start researching about it, you can find out that the lower class citizens cannot go and get a certain amount of money out of the bank just like that.
Nah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't, and even like if they catch you, so like if they catch you with too much cash, they want you to prove how you got it. And like you gotta, like I've seen people get their cash taken and you gotta go back down to the police office and be like, listen, this is how I made this money. This is the time and place that I withdrew that money at. This is the time stamps that I made it at. This is the taxes I paid on it. Could I please get my money back? And then they'll give you like some if they even got it.
This is how simple it really is, man. Everyone's walking around with the same trade in their pocket. That dollar bill. Everyone has to do that.
Do you think anybody will truly be made like millionaires or anything off of crypto, or it's just something that's like easier for them to take your
They'll
money
let
over
certain
time?
ones get it around certain neighborhoods that they know it will influence other people to invest, that they can take more away from them because it's like playing the lottery.
Yeah.
And they'll know how to push it up and down because they have this technology now to be able to make it look like whatever they need it to for you to buy into this one, buy into this one. They'll advertise this. They'll have these guys advertising with all these cars and everything. They'll have everyone pushing whatever it is so that everyone gets used to it. And now these are the rich guys and they was the smart ones. And then when it's all said and done and locked in and the money's off the streets and everyone's just looking like they're bitching and complaining because they didn't jump in, now they've got everybody by the balls.
Have you ever like, do you know what Google Trends is?
I've heard of it, but I've never really looked into it.
So like, you can look and see fucking how many times you've been Googled or like specific things have been Googled. And then you can look at it in like what area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, hold on, let me look. So like this would be yours. This is past day. So like December 6th, not at all during 9:40 a.m. And then at that time you were Googled however many times. It's buggy, it won't always show you. Come on. See, that's weird. But it'll show you, so let's say like we're just in past day. Let's go. Past 90 days. That's how many times you were Googled. I don't know why it doesn't want to. So like 82 times October 19th. Or 47 times November 11th. And then it'll show you like, that's just United States. So let's say like,
What's that called again?
It's Google Trends. Let's go. Because this is what, I did it just to myself one time, right? And I'll get into it in a second.
But there's also there's many Todd churches too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But still.
Just seeing that looked up that many times.
Yeah.
Like randomly in November, you were looked up, or like that phrase was looked up in Israel in the past 90 days.
Oh.
And that's what interested me, right? Is I looked at mine and I looked up Gusto IRL. So let's do Gusto IRL. And you saw how like yours, like just because it's a regular name, it could be anybody's name.
Yes.
Gusto IRL, there's no other. I own
Well,
that.
yeah. So that you
It's pretty niche, right?
That's a unique
So
name.
let's see, interest over time. Let's go to nationwide, right? Guys, worldwide. This is how many times I was looked up in the past 90 days or whatever, right? So it peaked sometime like October, right, or November. I don't know why it won't show me how many times.
Is
But then
crazy,
when
man.
I go to, that's on worldwide. If I go down, I've never been Googled anywhere except for Israel.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I got the picture of it.
Just listen to the name Israel too. Is it?
100 times. The only time I've ever been Googled.
In Israel.
Yeah, and I've never been Googled like that many times in America or anywhere else.
Do you think, or can you think of anything around that timeline that maybe you did or released a
October
video or
23rd, it was like a
something?
random Thursday or something, so I wouldn't have even been streaming. It was like a random Wednesday. I do like weekend streams and stuff, but it's like a random niche thing. Like, why was Gusto IRL Googled there?
They've shut me down 23 pages so far now, and they've memorialized one of my pages like I'm dead. I've been speaking against the government since 2016 live, 3 to 8 times a day, every day, hours of videos. They've deleted all of this stuff.
So they like memorialized your page?
They memorialized one of my pages like I'm dead.
Huh.
And I guess looking it up, they say that it happens, and I've heard a couple other people talk about it too. But for the most part, you're supposed to give them some type of proof that you're dead or something.
You think they would need like a death certificate or something like that?
I feel like it was basically like a threat.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. It knocked me out, and people can think it's crazy, whatever. I've been followed by military drones, and I know they was following me. I was looking like a straight crazy nutcase online, like they was probably thinking I'm going to look like, because I'm live every day, all day.
Yeah.
I was looking like a fucking crackhead because I was hardly eating anything, because this is when I was finding out about the fucking food. I was only eating canned vegetables and fucking fruits and shit, man.
You're
And
scared of the GMOs and shit?
everything, dude. But even the canned shit's bad, but I was still not eating the same things that I was eating. I fasted. I did like a 30-day fast. I felt the best that I ever felt. I quit smoking cigarettes, quit smoking weed, was only drinking distilled water. I couldn't sleep no more than 4 hours. I was always energized. I'm already like that anyways. Like, motherfuckers would be thinking I'm on something. I'm not. This is
just hardwired that way.
Yeah, and I think that the fast minds is probably like that too, and they talk fast and they think fast, and they just everything is kind of fast, and then if you're like that, then they think you're on some kind of fucking speed or something all the damn time. And then my eyes, the pupils, motherfucking police pulled me over thinking I'm on something all the goddamn time until they figured out, nope, that ain't it.
Huh.
And I think that my pupils stayed stuck like this because probably something from back in the day, from what I researched about that, because I don't remember them being like this.
You just saw something one day and it fucked with
I
you?
think it was so they say something about how the psychedelics can affect something about your pupil, but it's also about something I think about the vision of
Yeah.
what you see when you're doing it. You're trying. If you're really trying to connect with people.
Yeah, because then if you're like pupils locked like that, it's almost like you're seeing it like that 24/7.
Like I'm zoomed in. And I am. I'm zoomed in on everything and everyone, man. Like I can tell what people's up to because it's the only thing they have to think. Because now when you know the program and you see the program and you've watched everyone do it around you so much and you've seen all of these characters that are basically the same, you see how they move, you see how they talk, you hear it, you see how they're hustling motherfuckers, you know what you've done, you know the snake you could be because you had to be. Then now you're watching everybody and then now you're starting to see them put the puzzle together with the movies and everyone, why they're acting. Now it's just hard to even not see it anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's just, and it's hard to even have conversations with people because I'm not trying to sit, even though I love a lot of the things, like you said, I love cars. I can talk about them a little bit, but it ain't gonna stay for, and that, I'll buy a couple here and there, flip them around, sell them, put rims on them, do whatever the fuck it is, and try and stay surviving because I'm not ever going to sell no drugs again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not ever going to be involved in any of that. And even though that everything that we're doing is still for the same dollar bill for the same people, I'm still not, because I know they're investigating me.
Some dollars just have less blood than others.
And it's just about trying to survive. And I know that I'm a witness and an example because I know that these detectives and stuff was following me and watching me back in the day. They know exactly who I am. And they've seen me for all of these years for exactly what I've changed into right now today. And everybody can talk and say whatever they want to. But the motherfuckers that are really investigating me in certain places, whether they want to believe it or not, they know. And I guarantee they have daughters.
Mm.
I guarantee that they have worries. And they have to appreciate someone like me.
Now, we're going to have to bring you some places where I can have you explain. I think it would be interesting to see you in places where I think the most propaganda is and see if, like, the same way you said when you watch movies or you watch anything, you point it out. If we could walk through certain places and see what you could point out about them, or like, even if it's like not even just like a coastside, or if it's like a historical building, like they have like those buildings downtown where they all connect through cave and people don't even know. We could go into some of those historical buildings and look around and explore it and have you try to explain things from your perspective. I think would be interesting.
So you don't even have to go to them. You already know.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else knows. What are you going to see when you go in that door? What are they going to be doing? What are they going to be mainly dressed like? What type of people are really going to be in there? How are they going to talk? Because you don't just have people like me and you really going in there and doing shit like that.
Right.
You know,
It's a bunch of suits.
It's certain people that have certain interests that are teaching the lineage of their ancestry to be proud of it so that you'll go hard for that goal that you have that your ancestry has made sure that you better go and try and reach too.
Have you ever spoken to like Freemasons?
Yep. I've even had Freemasons tell me that I need to keep doing what I'm doing. That I didn't know that they was Freemasons because they know they can't say nothing.
Huh.
And they know that there's some other shit going on. You know, and it's not even their fault. You're oathed in.
Yeah.
You take a vow. You take this sacred oath. And then you get certain things because the brothers protect each other, but you ain't going to protect your family, but that's your family now. So when you can separate people from each other with just oaths and pieces of paper to make sure that they can live a little bit of a better life, you can take over the world and make out any story that you want because they're making the stories. They're making the movies. They're making the whole everything. And they're telling them what to say and they're giving them a piece of paper so they can live better than us and we'll thrive to go after it.
I mean, that's true, man. I'm telling you, we got some good content we could make to get your message across and still make it entertaining for the people to fit everything. So I think there's some places that we got to go and go explore and have you kind of point them out, even though you say like you already know what's going to be there.
I get it.
Sometimes the people...
I'll try whatever because
Yeah.
I like your energy, man. I like that. I really feel that you're being true and genuine on everything that you're doing, and it's where you come from. And I think that you know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. Forby knows a lot of people. It gets people talking because that's what it is. It's gossip, gossip,
Mhm.
Godspell.
In the same way you're talking about like how you notice all these things because they're kind of jammed in your face, and like in your perspective it's like more how don't you notice them than like it's weird that you notice them. So like it's the same thing with marketing anything. So when we market our stuff or I put my stuff out, I use the same tactics of things that you're talking about. That's why it never would seem crazy to me, because I'm like, well, that's how it is. Like if you go to, like I was in New York recently, if you look at all the billboards, you stand in Times Square and you look up, everything's an ad. 360 pan around you. You look at the floor, there's ads. You look at the sky, there's ads. You look just straight ahead, everywhere you turn, there's just billboards and ads everywhere telling you where you can find these things and what's popular in these moments. If a new shoe came out, Foot Locker has a billboard right above it with that
it's
shoe.
like walking through a cell phone.
Exactly. It's like you're just there. So you can't tell me it's not apparent if everywhere you go it's that apparent.
That's why they made that movie. What is it? They Live.
Yeah.
They Live. Have you ever seen that movie?
I think I seen the trailer for it.
In it. It's got the white dude. He was a wrestler, and then the black dude. I think they was both probably wrestlers. And the people of the news and like the religious places, you could see their face was just without skin. Like some people could see them and some people couldn't. You put those glasses on, and then you could see all of the consumerism and all that on. But you take the glasses off and it looks regular. You put them on, now you can see these people with the skinned off face and everything. They put these things in our faces that goes along with it, that makes sure that we go along with the story the same ways that they have been able to do in books before they was able to do it with television. So without the religious books that they was able to spread out across the world to give the story, to have the thoughts in the mind about what you're supposed to think about each other, you would have never been able to go along with the game.
So is there any like strong message you want to leave the chat out on to wrap it up? If there was one thing that you hope that at least one person that was watching got out of all of this, what would it be?
Care more about each other than a piece of paper, because that piece of paper can take your life away and your children's. And if they do go cashless, people are going to wish that they wouldn't have kept on speaking in the name of amen for heads.
True. Because if they take it all away, it all meant nothing.
And if they can blame it on the devil that ain't even here, then now who's living and who isn't, and whoever's controlling it, and whoever the God said that the masters could be, they get it. And then no one can say, we can't save ourselves after that. So for the military, the police, the NSA, the FBI, the CIA, all government officials, you guys are the ones that are helping them, and it's not your fault, but you better figure something out soon, because for real, there is something wild going on, and we're all involved in it. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you come from, what dollar, what your paper grade is or anything. You better start caring about each other, because for real, if we don't do something soon, it's probably already too late, but I don't want to believe that, and I don't think that, because why would they be communicating with me and having me do these things? Whether people want to believe it or not, I've been communicated with, and it's all my life, and other people have too that I know of, that not a lot, but not the same way as me, but it's obvious somebody's telling somebody something.
Yeah.
Because I would have never figured this shit out and been going through the things that I have already, and have enough faith in whatever that is. I'm not calling it God. I don't go with whatever their words are. I go with whoever it is that I know, that I feel, that I know them, and I'm worried about all colors and all races and all sexes, whatever they call it. And I'm only saying that because I'm of the words. But I look at a person as if that person could be me.
Yeah. My boy Todd, he thrive off aura, man. You aura farming, Todd. You ever heard that phrase?
No.
That's a new age phrase, man. It's aura farming.
We're all connected some way. And it's definitely one of the biggest things is the thing that's killing us the most, and that's a piece of paper. It needs to be something else. It needs to be us caring about each other as if that could be me.
But man, I appreciate the fuck out of your time, and thank you for inviting me over. We gonna next time it ain't Forby's birthday, we making him stick around. We gonna get a song in, something like that, and we'll keep getting content, man. Keep getting this message out there, and I'll help you any way that I can, man. So I really appreciate your time, and I'm gonna get up out of your hair.
Go, here. Well, let's go ahead and play this.
Yeah, play an outro for us.
Yeah, this is a good one, man. This is.
Hey, you make all the cover art and shit?
Forby, man. He does it too. He just had a little bit of a buzz and wanted to go and, but
get to it.
Yeah. He likes it to be a little bit more professional. He didn't really hear you say that. We'll just play it off like this.
Yeah.
Where do we go now that we know? Where do we go now that we know? Where do we go now that
Oh yeah.
we know?
Freestyle too.
Now you be having good hooks too.
Go now that
Corby helped me do all this.
Really? Yeah, he's hard with the music.
I used to think that I was lost. Now I already know I've been lost because I didn't think that I wasn't a boss. But now I found out that I was playing the same game to be able to claim I was a boss while I was lost. To be able to be tossed out on the streets, to be able to make sure the only way that I could
4B made this beat too. It beat hard.
on the streets, to be able to greet me, so people could be able to be pleased by me, for me being able to be on my bleeding knees, to be able to beg and plead, to be able to see whatever it was everybody else sees, to be able to say that they can see me, it's a disease, to be able to make sure I'm at dis-ease, my body. Where do we go now?
That was hard. That's fire. My boy Todd Church be snapping. I don't care. Oh yeah, they saying W interview. Nah, that shit's hard. And you recorded all that here? Oh yeah, within like the last year is really when you started that? That's fire.
I wake up every day.
And y'all can find all this shit. What is it? Odd Church Enterprise. I'm gonna tag it in the comments whenever I go home and edit the shit. I'll throw it in the comments so they can find all your music and shit.
To be able to see what I'm supposed to see, to be able to save my seeds and try and save yours too, because the glory hole isn't the hole that we was told it was supposed to be, because they enslaved you and me to be able to beg and plead on our knees so we could be the feed for the elite, to be able to make sure that we hitting them streets at night, wishing that we would be able to sit at home with our children while we're all alone, paying the car note and the phone bill too. Where do we go from here? Where do we go now that we know? Where do we go now that we know?
Play this shit, man.
Hell yeah.
Where do we go?
Really? Oh, were you playing your music?
Because I was jamming out there, man.
Yeah.
Where do we go now that we
Sides of it, this is different.
Yeah.
And
Where do we go now that
Oh yeah.
it don't matter. It's hard to push it to
For sure. You gotta find a niche market for it almost.
It's different because everyone doesn't want to be exposed.
Yeah.
You don't want to think.
Sometimes a
you're
lot
doing
of things
the wrong
with
thing.
music too is like sometimes people, especially at a bar atmosphere, they're listening to things like the same reason they use alcohol or drugs, to kind of escape reality. So when they hear things that kind of bring them back into it, then it
They
bothers
feel
them.
comfortable.
Yeah.
They feel comfortable out hanging out and everyone talking about the exact same things and never really doing anything.
Yeah,
And then they feel uncomfortable when something's telling them they're doing something wrong.
yeah, for
And
sure.
they know they're doing something wrong, but they'd rather avoid that.
Yeah, and that's why they feel uncomfortable, is because they know.
And it's not even their fault
Nah.
because everyone feels like they're unworthy.
And it's like a social thing where you're almost entrained to do it, and it's awkward not to. So like you thrive in the like, oh, okay, this is going on. I would rather just be one rung in the ladder than be the person walking up it, because the person walking up is who everybody's staring at. You don't want to be the person stared at a lot of the times when you got secrets to hide.
True. And even from yourself, because for real, that's the main thing. Everyone worries too much about what people are judging them as, not even knowing that people may not be judging you that
Yeah.
much for real, and you need to do
Or
something.
they may be relating to it because you think it's something like, it's that thing with shame. You think it's something you should be ashamed of, but it's something everybody's ashamed of. And when you learn somebody else is going through it, it almost takes that shame off of your shoulders. And that's why they don't want you to do a lot of that
You're
stuff.
smart, man.
Yeah, man.
You
I
are
pay attention
smart.
to a lot of things.
You're smart, man.
I've been like that my whole life. I just like paying attention to different people and different things and aspects of life. That's why I never really call anybody crazy, because I might not agree with everything anybody says, because I love my mother to death. That's like who I hold holier than anybody in the world is my mother. And I disagree with her more than I disagree with anybody. So if I would disagree with the one person I hold holier than anybody in the world, why would I not have the balls to disagree with you?
I do too. I do too. But yeah, I do too. But I also, because it's hard with my mom. She's a hard ass.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, but
So
she has the Jesus God thing. Me and her, but it's gotten better, way better. Like my mom, she knows I'm solid,
Right.
and I know mom is solid. I got a song on there about, man, bro. Wait till you. Everything on here is basically.
We're going deep. We're going to dig deeper
for
into it. And chat, I want y'all to tune into the music. Like I said, I'm gonna add it in here. So I hope y'all enjoyed the interview, man. I appreciate the fuck out of your time again, and we got more shit to come, man.
And I appreciate all of you. And once again, my apologies for being rude to anyone, including.
That's fine. Don't apologize to this bum ass chat, man.
No, that's what grown men do, man.
Nah, for sure. Nah, these just my guys, so I gotta bully them a little bit.
It could be my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I talk to everyone as if you could be me or my child or whatever. I'm give the respect that, because if I hear a motherfucker talking about some shit and I'm feeling a certain type of way back in my past days, I'm like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. You
scroll fast.
Yeah, like
there's another video right under ours.
Shit about this,
so we appreciate y'all sticking around, knowing there's another video right under ours. So y'all,
and happy birthday to Tim Forby, everybody!
Shout out Forby.
Anybody that knows Tim Forby in Columbus, Ohio, you guys got to go let him know happy birthday to his
Yeah, straight up. If you got Facebook, tag him in it, man.
Yeah, tag him.
For sure.
We love you all.
Love y'all, man. I'm ending this shit. Y'all don't get to look at me no more. Good job.